YTL Power used to be a darling, especially in 2023 and some parts of 2024. I still remember in April and May and June, a lot of people telling me about YTL and how good it is, YTL Power specifically. 2024 was a pretty good year for the stock market, but many are predicting in 2025 there's going to be a market crash. Predicting is one thing, but knowing how to take advantage of it is more important. What kind of stocks to buy? How to protect your portfolio in a downturn? These are some of the questions you need to ask during market chaos. That's why I'm organizing a free training session to share with you how to do it. 10 February, 8:30 p.m. See you there. And late last year, they encountered an MACC case, right? And that caused the share price to plummet. But the woes are not over because there's a new issue.
Yeah, correct. So after the first MACC, right, then they managed to resolve. So you can notice that this is during the MACC. Then when they resolve, that the share price rebounded. Then there's another fall. So this one have to do with their latest announcement, which is the free non-tradable warrants, and it's going to be exercised at a discount to the market price. So they announced a free one bonus issue of free warrants for every 5 shares that is held in the respective companies, which is YTL Corp and also YTL Power. So this one is on the Thursday's closing price. Now, if you buy the warrants on that Thursday, right, it's actually a 37% discount of YTL Power's share price and also 39% or 40% for YTL Power. That's why it's not to say that the warrants straight away liquidated or
it's non-tradable, right?
Yeah, correct. It's non-tradable. So the reason why the share price tumbled is because shareholders got spooked about this one. Or they are just not confident that, not to say confident, or maybe they don't know why they are doing such exercise.
Yeah, so for context, a warrant is almost like some sort of rights issue. They're raising some sort of funds, right?
Yeah.
And they are probably, did they say how much they are paying? Is there some sort of interest that they're paying from the warrants?
No,
and
so this is pure they call it flexible right issue.
Flexible right, yeah, there you go. So it's very simple, right? Whenever a company does a rights issue, usually it means that the owners of the company believe that their company is at least fairly valued or maybe even overvalued. No one would give away shares if they think that the company is undervalued.
Yeah,
right? And
correct.
This non-tradable warrants exercise is an attempt to dilute them.
Yes.
So they feel that maybe they can raise the cash to fund other ventures, and hopefully they are undervalued ventures. But I think it's quite safe to say that it's at the bottom, maybe just fair value.
Yeah, and
that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, and what's the difference between this one and the normal rights issue, right? Rights issue is basically they will set like a certain X date.
Yes.
Usually it's immediately you can exercise it.
Yes.
But this one is a 3 years. So it'll be like a 3 years share overhang. There'll be this kind of uncertainty in the market.
Too busy to find stock ideas? Check out Fire Pro to shortcut your research time and effort by 90%. 10% off link in the comments and description. Yeah.
But so the proceeds, right, that they plan to raise, assuming it's fully exercised.
So 5.5 in total for both companies.
Yeah,
right?
5.6
YTL
million.
3.4, YTL Power 2.2.
Yes, correct. Now, I think the one that is actually helping them to do this bonus warrant is CIMB Securities Investment Bankers. So they say that they did see this as a flexible right issue. Even though they are giving these sort of like exercises, they still think that the company has a bright future.
I have to ask why the analysts, I guess, or CIMB say that, all else being equal, rights issue is neutral at shareholders' wealth. I would say it's neutral in principle, but I think in practice it's usually a negative, right? Because if you are doing a rights, first of all, when a company goes for listing, they're already fundraising you have to see IPO as more or less the final stage, right, of fundraising for any company. So when you list, you're getting a big chunk of money because you have to be a certain size, right, to be listed. And you get that money, to expand, and then that expansion should be enough to then self-fund you, through internal generated funds, or allow you to take on bigger loans. You do not need to dilute shareholders because equity is always more expensive than debt.
Yes.
Right? So whenever there's a rights issue, yes, it is neutral in principle and on paper, but in reality, it's usually a negative. There are certain companies like Yinsen, for example, that buck this trend. But my experience, and I think the experience of most people, it is actually a negative to shareholders.
So long-term wise, I think you can expect the share price to actually be consolidating. I mean, right now it's actually tumbled.
Yeah, actually today it's down, I think 6% or 6%.
So that tells you like the market, it doesn't really like this exercise.
Yeah. Always have, I would say, again, you may not know all the little details about what is non-tradable, warrant, rights issue, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, if you're a normal shareholder or a retail shareholder, the important thing is to always be skeptical. Not to say that it's a wrong thing or a right thing, but the company needs to provide a case to you that what they're going to do with this money after they do the issue or the warrants is going to be very, very attractive. And it needs to be very attractive because you're giving up you're giving up equity, right?
Yes, exactly. So the proceeds, they didn't really mention specifics, but they say it's just to fund their future projects or investment. That's about it.
So you have to ask, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is Kenanga's calculation. If you want to know, I don't know why they put down this, but then they say that assuming like the bonus warrant has been fully exercised, this will be the theoretical X price. So they say that for YTL Power, it's going to be around like 3 ringgit and 52 cents. I didn't check what was the last price. I think last I checked was 3 ringgit and maybe 40 cents ish.
Yeah.
Like that. So it actually went down to below the theoretical X price.
Yeah, it's 3.39.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just for fun only, just for you to show. It doesn't really like, it's not like you adjust. It's just that what is the market's mood for YTL Power and YTL Corp at the moment. So the final thoughts over here is they still have to go through a shareholder approval. However, about 64% of the company is owned by the YTL family.
Yep.
So most likely this bonus warrant will be approved. So, but it will be interesting to see how many percent is the one that is against. If it's like double digit, I think you can kind of tell that the shareholders are unhappy with this exercise.
But always remember, if you're a minority, you can go there and make your noise and bang table, but move on if you don't like.
Yes. Number 2 is why is the rush? Because this company, it is still there's still cash, although they are a net debt company. However, most of the debt is actually for long-term assets. Their WESAC,
it's not for short-term needs.
Yeah, it's not for short-term needs.
You mean you have to ask, right? If you have almost 9 billion in cash, why do you need to raise? This is YTL or YTL Power?
YTL Power.
Why do you need to raise 2.2 billion? So not sure.
So probably they see something that we don't see. The third point that probably is our guess is related to AI and also data center is because the US, they announced a 500 billion investment in this AI infrastructure, which is the Stargate. So right now, OpenAI and SoftBank actually are committed to spend about 19 billion. Although there's some rumors on the street is basically saying that they don't have the money yet to actually fund the Stargate. But yeah, so probably it's related to AI that they are trying to keep some cash in case that there's such opportunities to potentially maybe buy some GPUs from NVIDIA or whatnot. But yeah, my guess is just probably is going to be something related to data center. Now, the last one is that I did this video on how YTL 5X their company. And I remember that this CEO, he's actually a Francis CEO, right? He is a value investor.
Yeah, he's that kind of, well, based on the interviews.
Yeah. So probably it could be something that he saw that is of value in the future. That's why he's trying to get whatever money he can. And right now, I mean, YTL Power's share price actually has been at its fair value. So getting money and exercising some bonus warrant or rights issue at that price, it makes sense for him. To get some proceeds. While it may not be that appetizing for the shareholders for the short term, but long term wise, I mean, because this is a 3 years trend, so it's going to be quite a far distance, and it's difficult to actually predict what is the next move. But I'm pretty sure based on his track record, he's definitely going to be investing something that of value. So yeah, if you are an investor of YTL Power, you believe their prospects for the next 3 years, then who knows, maybe I think this bonus warrant could be an opportunity for you to buy at a discount. So yeah, those are the 4 little thoughts that we have for this video.
And you know, once the information on the we will probably have guys in the briefing, the YTL Power briefings. So the key thing for this is that we have not seen any announcement on the details of the expansion plan. So when we get it fresh, usually the first people who get this information are our Fire Pro members. Fire Pro is a community where people get to learn, people get to improve their portfolio performance through write-ups that are short, sweet, and easy, through a model portfolio that they can refer to so that they know what a systematic portfolio looks like, so that they can weather storms and things like that. If you want to get a taste of what's inside Fire Pro, you can check out the free sample. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. And whoever is celebrating Chinese New Year, happy Chinese New Year.